Hello and welcome to the Wolfenaar Show. My name is Fraser and I'll be reading you an article from the wolfenaars.com website. If you want to see some more of our articles, you can find the link to the website down below. If you enjoy our content, like, subscribe, comment. Anyway, you're not here for that speech, you are here for a story. And I've got a good one for you today. Today we've got a little bit of a ghost story. We are doing Uniondale's Vanishing Hitchhiker, South Africa's Resurrection Mary. If you live outside of South Africa, as most people do, you probably won't be aware of this story, but in South Africa it's a very popular urban legend. What I can remember off the top of my head about this thing is that there's a specific town in the Karoo where if you pull up at night, you'll see someone waving at you. No, I'm conflating this with something else. You'll drive, we'll get into it, let's see. So, Uniondale's Vanishing Woman. Let's check it out. Uniondale is a picturesque little burg located in South Africa's Western Cape province. The town was founded in 1856 when two smaller towns were joined together. How close were these towns? While Uniondale isn't the most remarkable town in the Klein Karoo, it does hold one claim to fame. This is the dark story of the phantom hitchhiker of Uniondale. The legend. The storm raged overhead as the young couple drove down the Barandas Willowmore Road. They were 20 kilometers outside of town and the visibility was low. Maria Charlotte Roux slept fitfully on the back seat of their Volkswagen Beetle. Her fiancé lost control of the car in the high winds of the storm. The Beetle flipped onto its suspiciously round roof and Maria lost her life. Her fiancé survived the crash and would go on to marry another woman 1 year later. Wow! This tragedy of a love cut short would curse Maria's ghost to wander the road for eternity, forever seeking to return to her lover's arms. She was witnessed by a young man named Anton Legrandsie. On the 1st of May 1976, he was driving down the cursed road when he spotted a female hitchhiker. This late-night hiker had dark hair, a pale face, and wore a dark coat. Legrandsie stopped to let her in. She gave her address as Porterstraat 2, De Lange. He was unfamiliar with the address she gave, and after a few kilometers, he turned to inquire further. One can only assume that he had been speaking non-stop for the intervening minutes because he found the girl unresponsive. He turned to check on her, and she had vanished. Legrandsie panicked and made haste for Uniondale's police station to report the incident. He recounted the event to the sergeant on duty, Cornelius Potgieter. The sergeant listened to the young man's ramblings and sent him on his way. Anton Legrandsie was spooked once more as he left Uniondale's boundary. He reportedly heard what could either have been a laugh or a scream inside his car. How can this guy not know the difference between laughter and screaming? The sound terrified the young man, and he made a swift retreat to the police station where Sergeant Potgieter helped him to search his vehicle. They found no trace of the phantom screamer. His curiosity now aroused, Sergeant Potgieter followed Anton out of town in his police van. The high strangeness resumed just as they left the town. Legrandsie reported that he was driving at 70 kilometers an hour when the rear door of his vehicle slowly opened and closed. Eesh. The door's anomalous action seemed controlled and purposeful, like someone stepped out of his car and going at 70 kilometers an hour. What's that? It's like 35 miles per hour? That's pretty fast. You'll break every bone in your body if you do that. Sergeant Potgieter recounts, Legrandsie drove through a patch of mist and about 200 yards beyond the mist I saw the right rear door slowly open and close as if somebody got out. I'm sorry, Sergeant Potgieter, but your name makes it seem like you're someone who doesn't breathe between words. The mist-covered road really adds to the spookiness factor here. Sergeant Potgieter had enough ghosts for the night, so he headed back to town and closed the police station for the night. The next day, he asked his colleague, Sergeant Pat MacDonald, about the report. Something about the description given by Legrandsie had sparked the memory of a car crash that happened years ago. Sergeant MacDonald had been the first officer on the scene of the grisly accident. According to MacDonald, the story goes like this. I found a Volkswagen Beetle off the road, and a girl was lying on her back with her head against the embankment. She had died of her head injuries. I later ascertained that her name was Maria Roux. The driver survived. I explained to Sergeant Potgieter what the girl actually looked like, which was exactly the same description that was given by Legrandsie. The strange case of the Phantom Hitchhiker made it to journalist Jani Meyer. She contacted Maria Roux's mother and informed her of what had happened on the night of May 1st. Maria's mother provided the journalist with a photo of her daughter. This picture was later shown to Anton Legrandsie, who confirmed that it had been Maria he saw on that fateful night. Sightings of Uniondale's Vanishing Hitchhiker. Sorry if my voice changed. I just choked on some water. I'm so sorry. It's not great. So I'm gonna sound extra spooky for the rest of the video. Sightings of Uniondale's Vanishing Hitchhiker continue to this day if social media is to be believed. The phantom passenger is often encountered by motorcyclists passing through the area. This is apparently highly unlike Maria Roux's character, according to her brother, urban legend. The myth of the vanishing hitchhiker is nothing new. Public knowledge of the trope was greatly expanded in 1981 when Jan Harold Brunvald published his non-fiction book, The Vanishing Hitchhiker. He found the trope in tales from all over the world, in Korea, Tsarist Russia, and several cases in North America. These tales go back several centuries and seem to be deeply connected to human myth-making. Common variations of this myth include the phantom passenger interacting with an item. This may be an item of clothing offered by the driver to protect against the cold, or something left behind by the ghostly apparition. Sometimes they would leave the living with some information to facilitate some future contact, like an address. Borrowed garments are often later found draped over a gravestone at a nearby cemetery. Those left with information usually make contact with their passenger's living family, only to discover that their passenger had died years before. That's a twist you could see coming. These stories have persisted in various parts of the world for a long time. Perhaps there could be more to the tales of ghosts haunting the highways. The case of Resurrection Mary is by far the most famous and detailed of such stories. The White Lady, remnant of tragedy. Another urban legend reminiscent of Uniondale's ghost is that of the White Lady. The White Lady is a type of female ghost closely associated with themes of tragic death and unrequited love. Legends of white ladies are found in several countries across the world. Every continent except Antarctica has some form of this legend. White lady spirits are called Dama Branca in Brazil. The ghost of a woman had died during childbirth. Canada's Chute de la Dame Blanche, White Lady Waterfall, was named for the tragic tale of a young bride-to-be that ended her life there following the death of her fiancé. Unwilling to go on without him, she leaped from the top while wearing her wedding gown. She is said to haunt the area around Montmorency Falls. Damn. Words are hard. Near Quebec. Thailand's White Lady appeared in Bangkok after a group of teens entered a house in Tawi Watana. Definitely butchering that. I'm so sorry to all our Thai viewers. If you can leave me a little guide on how to pronounce Tawi Watana or Thowi Wathana. That's definitely more wrong. The teens would all die accidental deaths soon after their ghost adventure. Local mediums claimed that their deaths were caused by a vengeful spirit named Dao. The only problem is that Uniondale's phantom never appears wearing white. She is usually seen wearing dark clothes, but she does follow the trope of unrequited love, bringing the spirit of a young woman back to haunt some space forever. Conclusion. Maria's surviving family wants nothing more than to lay the story to rest. They have stated that every report tears open old wounds. Don't share this with them. I didn't know that. And that they do not believe the legend. Oh, that's really sad. Okay. Perhaps the ghost that haunts the road between Uniondale and Willamore isn't that of Maria Roux. Could it be that another young woman met a tragic end along that long blighted stretch of road? Are you brave enough to take a trip down South Africa's N9 towards Uniondale on an Easter evening? Because I really want to. We should go. We should do a little trip. Yeah, me and you personally, just go, me and a random stranger at night on a highway. Nothing could be more terrifying. Let's not do that. But you can go on your own. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. You might see a ghost. If you enjoyed that video, obviously do all the things with all of the YouTubes. You can find the link to the article down below in the video description. Let us know what you thought. Do you think the legend is true? Do you think these spirits actually haunt these places? Especially that one from Thailand. That one's quite interesting because the kids actually died after encountering her. I don't think we get that much with spirits from Western myths, that people die after encountering them. Let us know if there's a topic you want us to cover, and as always, you stay smart. We'll see you next time. That's it for the Wolf and Our Show. Bye.